Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Pursuit. Today we launch a new fresh series when people messed with the wrong cops. Every reckless choice flips on instant justice mode. Buckle up, let's roll right now folks. At approximately 3:44 p.m. on December 4th, 2025, Highway Police requested assistance with an active vehicle pursuit. A responding unit intercepted the chase on Interstate 530 northbound near the 7-mile marker and assumed primary. The suspect vehicle was traveling at extreme speeds, reaching up to 125 miles per hour, while driving recklessly, including passing vehicles on the shoulder and creating significant danger to the public.
If you get a chance, make them out there, hit with heavy traffic.
During the pursuit, the driver, later identified as Kyle Kinchin, continued to evade law enforcement through aggressive and dangerous driving. Units maintained close pursuit while waiting for a safe opportunity to intervene, as traffic conditions allowed. When a break in traffic appeared, the officer attempted a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, but the first attempt was unsuccessful, as the suspect regained control. On the second approach, the suspect attempted to block the patrol unit, resulting in contact with the rear of the vehicle. This caused the suspect to lose control, strike a bridge rail, and then collide again before both vehicles exited the roadway, with the suspect vehicle ultimately crashing into a dirt pile and becoming disabled. Officers approached and issued commands, but the suspect refused to comply. The officer broke the driver's side window, gained control of the suspect, and took him into custody without further incident. The patrol vehicle sustained significant front-end damage during the pursuit. Kinchin now faces numerous charges, including felony fleeing, possession of a controlled substance, reckless driving, resisting arrest, failure to yield, speeding, driving on a suspended license, and multiple traffic violations.
Kind of had to ram the back of him. I wanted to take him out before we got up there to the...
Dash and body cam footage released by Pasadena police shows the moment a traffic stop turned deadly on Southmore Avenue. An officer attempted to stop a driver who had run a stop sign. The suspect drove 6 blocks before stopping. As the officer commanded him to stay in the vehicle and show his hands, the suspect exited the car, turned partially, and raised a gun toward the officer. The officer immediately opened fire, striking the man.
Hey! Stay in the vehicle! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Hey! 481, shots fired! Shots fired! Spooner and Southmore!
Police say the officer fired at least 6 times. A witness claimed the suspect fired first. The suspect's weapon was found next to his body. The officer, a 13-year veteran, was uninjured and placed on leave pending investigation.
Get out of the fucking car! Get
Get out of the car!
On November 29, 2025, an officer spotted a gray SUV speeding northbound on SC31 at 81 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone and attempted a traffic stop. The driver refused to comply, fleeing across several highways before briefly stopping and then accelerating once more.
75 miles an hour heading down Red Bluff towards 95.
As the pursuit neared the Waccamaw River, officers deployed stop sticks. The suspect suddenly turned and tried to strike an officer, forcing quick evasive action. Police used their vehicles to disable the SUV after repeated dangerous maneuvers.
Or if he's driving backwards on primary, he's just trying to hit a county man. I'm going to take a vehicle out.
Take him out.
He just tried to hit the county unit. Florence, he's driving backwards on primary. He just tried to hit a county unit. I'm going to take the vehicle out. Take him out.
The suspect ran on foot but was quickly captured after a short chase. He received treatment for minor injuries, was booked on traffic charges, and held for additional felony warrants. On July 27th in Rogers, Arkansas State Police released dashcam footage of a traffic stop on Interstate 49 that escalated into a shooting. Trooper Alexandria Duncan attempted to stop 26-year-old Angel Alvarado after he was clocked at 114 miles per hour. Although he eventually pulled over, Alvarado refused to comply. He resisted commands, grabbed and threw the taser, and violently attacked Trooper Duncan, even kicking her in the head. A nearby witness attempted to help as the situation rapidly spiraled out of control.
Give me that taser now.
Faced with an immediate threat, Trooper Duncan discharged her firearm, striking Alvarado. Despite being shot, he continued resisting before being taken into custody. Toxicology later showed alcohol and drugs in his system. Authorities ruled the use of force justified. This case highlights how quickly resistance and impairment can escalate encounters, reinforcing that compliance and sound judgment are critical to preventing tragic outcomes. At approximately 4:44 p.m. on September 30th, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper positioned on the median of Interstate 75 near mile marker 167 received a bolo for a stolen white Kia Seltos traveling southbound. Using real-time tracking updates from the vehicle's owner, the trooper positioned himself ahead and waited for the vehicle to pass before pulling in behind and confirming it as the suspect vehicle. Emergency lights and sirens were activated in an attempt to initiate a stop. The driver refused to comply and accelerated, weaving through traffic at high speeds and even using the shoulder, forcing other vehicles to take evasive action. The driver was later identified as Kara Echo Sanders, a female with a suspended driver's license. Due to the escalating danger, deputies ahead slowed traffic to create a safer opportunity to intervene. As traffic slowed near mile marker 159, the trooper executed a pit maneuver. The impact caused the Kia to rotate counterclockwise, collide with the cable barrier in the median, and come to rest between lanes, effectively ending the pursuit. Troopers quickly approached, broke the passenger side window, unlocked the door, and removed the driver from the vehicle. Sanders was taken to the ground, handcuffed, and secured in a patrol vehicle. A search revealed an open Bud Light can inside the car, and she later admitted to stealing the vehicle. She was transported to the hospital, where her BAC was recorded at 0.20 before being taken to jail. She now faces multiple charges, including motor vehicle theft, fleeing and eluding, DUI, driving with a suspended license, and reckless driving. Phoenix, Arizona, on May 22, 2023, police responded to reports of an unresponsive woman inside a running car near 35th Avenue and Glendale. When officers arrived, the woman briefly woke up but refused commands to stop, driving away instead. She pulled into an apartment complex, ignored further commands to turn off the car and throw out the keys, and fled again, prompting a pursuit.
Let me see your hands. Do it now. Do it now. Turn off the car. Turn off the car. Turn off the car. Turn off. Get your hands up.
A police helicopter tracked her for 15 minutes until officers from the Tactical Support Bureau successfully immobilized the vehicle. Surrounded by officers, the woman still refused to comply and pointed what appeared to be a handgun at police. Officers opened fire. Despite repeated commands, she remained non-compliant. Officers used a 40mm launcher and OC spray to break the window and eventually removed her from the car.
Crawl out the window. Crawl out the window.
Don't run up there. Do not run up there.
Crawl out.
The object she brandished was later identified as a butane lighter shaped like a handgun. Melissa Ann LaRue, 40, was arrested after hospital treatment. A search uncovered fentanyl pills, heroin, meth, and marijuana. She now faces multiple felony charges. On October 31st, 2025, Trooper Bluford attempted to stop a GMC Sierra on I-630 for a defective taillight and expired tag near the 6A exit ramp. The driver, Tauji Rawls, failed to comply, slowly rolling through an intersection before turning onto Rodney Parham Road and accelerating away.
Riding Perm, Boy Frank, 9A George, BBF, 98G. It's a white GMC Sierra.
After activating sirens, Rawls fled at speeds of about 46 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone. At the I-630 on-ramp intersection, a pit maneuver was executed, briefly bringing the vehicle to a stop. However, Rawls immediately fled again, driving in the wrong direction before losing control and crashing into a tree, disabling the vehicle.
Coming towards you, 37.
Rawls was taken into custody at the scene. While canvassing the area, officers recovered a Glock 23 handgun on the sidewalk near tire marks, indicating it may have been discarded during the pursuit. The passenger did not sustain serious injuries. Rawls was transported for medical clearance and later booked on multiple charges, including fleeing, tampering with evidence, and unlawful firearm possession. What started as a minor traffic violation quickly escalated into a dangerous situation, resulting in a crash and significantly more serious charges. On July 4th, 2025, at about 8:42 p.m., Springdale police began pursuing a silver Nissan Altima with Arkansas plates near Dodd Road. Additional units joined from E49 and picked up the chase on Old Wire Road, becoming the third unit as the car fled northbound. The pursuit wound through multiple routes, including a dusty gravel stretch that sharply reduced visibility. With heavy holiday traffic present, the suspect drove aggressively, weaving at high speed and placing others at risk. Officers eventually moved ahead and carried out a successful stop near West Gillian Avenue. The driver briefly stopped, but then fled again in the wrong direction. Officers quickly intervened and regained control of the vehicle. Emerson Castellano Diaz was taken into custody, and a firearm was recovered from inside the car. On December 27, 2022, Florida Highway Patrol Dispatch received information about a possible stolen vehicle being pursued in Suwannee County. The vehicle, a white Ford F-150, was actively fleeing and refusing to stop for troopers. Near mile marker 250, a trooper observed the vehicle being pursued and joined in, taking the lead position behind the suspect. During the pursuit, the driver, later identified as McKenya Crystal Thomas, drove at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, making evasive maneuvers and even using the shoulder to pass other vehicles. Her reckless driving posed a serious danger to the public as troopers maintained pursuit and coordinated for a safe intervention. When traffic conditions briefly improved and speeds dropped to approximately 54 miles per hour, troopers seized the opportunity to perform a pit maneuver. The maneuver was successful, causing the Ford F-150 to lose control and become disabled, effectively ending the pursuit. The trooper then approached, removed the driver from the vehicle, and placed her in handcuffs. The suspect refused to identify herself after being read her Miranda rights and was transported to a hospital for evaluation before being taken to the Madison County Jail. Further investigation confirmed the vehicle was involved in a violent armed carjacking out of Hillsborough County. Thomas now faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding, resisting an officer, reckless driving, and grand theft, concluding the incident. On September 18, 2023, the Alachua County Sheriff's Office received information about a stolen vehicle connected to a homicide traveling northbound on U.S. Highway 441 into the county. The vehicle was described as a gold 2013 BMW sedan bearing Florida tag AL65GL, prompting deputies to quickly set up in position to intercept. Deputies located and began following the vehicle near the 13,300 block of U.S. Highway 441, confirming the license plate matched the stolen vehicle. After coordinating multiple units, deputies activated their emergency lights and sirens in an attempt to initiate a stop. However, the driver, later identified as Javon Stefan Barclay, refused to comply and accelerated away, clearly attempting to evade law enforcement.
Single occupant. Back southbound. Notify Marion County, see if they're ever in this area. 10-4. 366, I'm on 346, headed to 441. Good. Buried. These are getting back up to 70. No traffic.
During the pursuit, several attempts to deploy stop sticks were unsuccessful, as the suspect swerved around them and even drove into the median to avoid them. Due to the increasing danger, deputies executed a pit maneuver, which successfully caused the BMW to lose control and come to a complete stop, ending the pursuit.
It crashed. Felony stop, guys. Remember what you're doing, felony stop. Block traffic back in the back, please. Southbound traffic stops.
After the vehicle was disabled, the suspect complied with commands to exit and was taken into custody at the scene. He was later transported to Shands Emergency Room for medical evaluation. A criminal history check revealed an active warrant out of Marion County for assault with a deadly weapon, along with multiple driver's license suspensions. Barclay now faces charges including fleeing and eluding law enforcement and driving while license suspended, third or subsequent offense. From the moment Jawan Savelis Hall spotted the patrol car, suspicion turned into a high-stakes escape. With a sharp maneuver, Hall ignited a thrilling pursuit, testing the officer's skills and resolve. Even after the first pit maneuver, the suspect's vehicle swerved and sped on, forcing police to perform another strike.
We're still continuing westbound, speeds 40 miles an hour. He's barely able to control the vehicle's almost DAV. Traffic clears.
When the car finally flipped and stopped, Hall remained defiant, refusing to comply with officers, intensifying the already volatile standoff. The escalating tension added a dangerous edge to the already fraught situation, keeping officers on high alert. The intense chase started on AR8 as a Toyota RAV4 abruptly accelerated to evade a speeding violation. Driver Biggers forced the vehicle beyond 180 kilometers per hour, weaving along narrow, slick stretches of roadway, posing a serious threat to the surrounding community. Confronted with this defiance, Officer Connor Nash performed a pit maneuver, striking the SUV and forcing it off the road. Although Biggers claimed he was rushing his mother to a hospital, authorities dismissed the excuse and brought the flight to an end.
TBI. White 97.
Consequently, Biggers was taken into custody on multiple serious charges, including fleeing police, reckless driving, and operating a vehicle with a suspended driver's license. The incident stands as a warning about the legal consequences tied to resisting arrest.